What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Pick Plug back in with another video, and today we're going to do some Wednesday picks for today. We definitely got a very solid slate to look at for today, a bunch of games with high value picks. So if you guys are looking to cash out with me, make sure to comment down below which picks you guys are tailing. We had a pretty successful day yesterday. We almost swept all of our plays, if not for the Austin Reeves slip that went on the under by 0.5. We would have swept all of our plays. So if you guys cash out from those other plays, go ahead and comment down below which picks you guys cashed out from. Because of the huge slate today, we're definitely looking to take a look at the most high value picks. But as always, if you guys do want a bonus play, go ahead and smash that like button. Let's get this video to 550 likes. And once it hits 550 likes, I'll be dropping a bonus play down in the comment section below. We missed our first bonus play in a very long time, and it was Kevin Durant. He ended up missing by 1 rebound. All he needed was 1 rebound. He went on the over, which was very unfortunate. He ended up hitting that line in 20 straight games versus the Lakers, and that was the one game that he decided to go on the under. Just because of that huge blowout. Is very unfortunate. If you guys were in the outlet, you would have had an extremely profitable day. I will admit that some of their plays did have Giannis in it, so they did have to replace a couple of slips. But overall, they were extremely profitable today, especially with the PrizePicks and Flip slips that they posted. So again, if you guys are in the Discord, you're profiting at a very high rate. As you guys can see, members do love the picks that they receive, and overall, people are able to profit very consistently every single day. So if you guys want access to all of these exclusive plays, go ahead and just click the link in the pinned comment below or the description. Go to theoutletbrand.com and cash out on their picks. Now, because it is such a solid slate, I will be dropping a Instagram play for today. Go ahead and follow me at PickPlugYT on Instagram if you guys do want access to that slip. You definitely don't want to be late to it because these plays go pretty quick, and PrizePicks does love to change plays, especially the high value picks, very often, so you don't want to miss on these picks. And if you guys do access these plays late on YouTube, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and turn on your post notification button so that you guys don't miss out on a video again. But without further ado, let's hop into today's picks. For our first play today, we'll be going over to the rebound section, and we'll be scrolling down to a line that I do feel pretty confident in. We'll be looking at PJ Washington for 7.5 rebounds. This one is going to be for more. If we look here, he's hit this line in 3 straight games, and he's hit the line in 4 out of the last 5 games, averaging 11.2 in his last 5 games. His last game against Atlanta, that was a pretty interesting game. He had a very clutch performance, ended up having a double-double, and he had definitely some clutch rebounds in that game. Go up against the Knicks today, I definitely do expect him to have that similar performance. Ever since Luka has been out, he has been able to get a lot more action in terms of scoring and in terms of rebounding. If we look here on Outlier, we can see he's hit this line in 7 out of the last 10 games, and he's been a little bit on and off. These were all games that Luka Doncic was playing in, but again, since Luka has been out, he's hit this line in 3 straight games, and he's going up against a team that is 15th in rebounds allowed, allowing up to 10.6 rebounds per game from the power forward position. As you guys can see, with Luka out, he has a higher amount of rebound chances. We can see a huge difference between these games of rebound chances. He had 6. This was a game that Luka was just taking a bunch of terrible shots in. The game before that, he had 16 rebounds or rebound chances. But if we look here, the difference, he's averaging a higher amount of rebound chances. He's been going from 20 to 17. And it's honestly definitely, if you guys are watching the game, you can see the huge difference in how he plays. Overall, I definitely do like this line for the over. So if you guys are telling this pick, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. For our next line, we'll be looking at a points plus rebounds prop. We'll be going all the way over to Outlier for this pick, and we're definitely looking at Jimmy Butler 4 points plus rebounds on the over for 24.5. Now, they ended up just lowering this line, which is definitely very solid. This line was at 26.5 in our last video. If you guys did watch that video, it was at 26.5. They ended up lowering it to 24.5. And going up against this team, I do think is a very solid matchup. He's already hit this line in 70% of the games head-to-head. And on top of that, he is going up against a team that is severely injured. If we look at this long list of injuries, they have a bunch of players that are injured. Miles Bridges, they got Grant Williams, Trey Mann, just a solid amount of injuries. And overall, I do think he has a lot of freedom to go on the over for this line. He'll definitely have his way, especially with all the minutes that he plays. He's averaging 32.7 minutes, and his last couple of games back, he's been having 37 and 38 minutes. But those were some pretty close games. I do see this being a little bit of a scoring margin within the last couple of games that they've played. They played teams that are pretty solid defensively, but if we look here at what the Hornets have to offer, they have been struggling a little bit recently, especially with the addition of all the injuries that they've had. If you guys take that into account, this might be a little bit of a bigger score margin. But overall, I really do like this line for the over. And if you guys like this line, this is a great opportunity to pair it with the free lines that are on better. These free lines that are on better right now. You guys have access to 3 Thanksgiving promos that Better has right now, and they have absolutely been killing it with the promos recently. A bunch of discounted squares from left to right. And on top of all these discounted squares, Better has the highest payout boost on any DFS app, where you can win up to 1,000 times on your payout boost. And when you use code Trophy, you can get an automatic payout boost on your first play. So go ahead and use code Trophy. Click the link in the description below, download Better, and use these free slips in your lineups today. For our next line, we'll be going right back to the Bam Adebayo play that we cashed out yesterday, and we'll be looking here on Outlier for the PRA line for the under on 30.5. They ended up lowering this line from 31.5 to 30.5. I still will be taking the under simply because this is a back-to-back game. I do expect him to be playing a little bit less of minutes because he already did play a little bit less minutes in that game versus Milwaukee, where he was definitely needed. He ended up having only 16 points and 5 rebounds as a center, which is definitely less than average. And when we see when Jimmy Butler is playing, his numbers are basically cut in half. He plays a lot worse. In the last game that they did play against Charlotte, he ended up going the under, having 26 PRA, which is definitely similar to what I'm expecting him to have today. Real quick, I do just want to mention, if you guys aren't already using DG Fantasy, you are at a huge disadvantage because this tool is completely off the charts. It is so easy to just go ahead and look at a prop list and be able to analyze which plays are going to hit and which aren't, simply just based off of the odds that it projects. And this is definitely the best line shopping tool that you guys can use because you have every single DFS app that you can look at all in one place, so you can see which line is best. For example, this line that I'm looking at right now, you can't see that on other sports books. It is set at 22.5 while others remain at 21.5. PrizePicks does have it at 21.5, so you would, if you were going on the over, you would be better off sticking to the over on PrizePicks. A lot of you guys don't have information like that, so some people are just betting blindly without having odds to any of the lines that they pick. So DG Fantasy is the best tool for that, to have access to your own odds. That, in combination with their AI slip generator, its performance has absolutely been increasing every single day. It's only getting better and better, and as you can see, the units that has been increasing has just been going better and better, especially with the esports plays that they have up. They have the highest percentage on the esports plays. They have these slips that have been cashing out recently. And if you guys are betting on the NBA or the NFL, this is definitely something that you guys can use in your arsenal. So I suggest that you click the link in the description below. Go ahead and use code Trophy for 25% off and try out DG Fantasy. For our last line today, we'll be running it back with a fan favorite prop. We'll be looking at LaMelo Ball for 440.5 points plus assists. This one is going to be for more. He's hit this line in 6 out of his last 5 games, averaging 40.5 exactly. And going up against Miami, this should definitely be a high scoring game for him, since he is basically the main threat for them. There's really, with all the injuries that they have, he really has little to no help. The team is really struggling with injuries, and he is basically their only player. So in the last couple of games, he's been dealing with this and scoring some high points. Starting off with Detroit, he ended up having 35 points, 50 in the next game against Milwaukee, and then 44 points in his most recent game, and they only had 84 points total. Now this just shows that overall he's been a huge scoring threat, and if you guys were to take the points line itself, this is definitely a very solid line to go on the over for 32.5 as well. The only difference with this is because LaMelo Ball does sometimes go off in assist games, and he might get 30 points and then end up having 12 assists one game. Who knows? Just like he did here against Cleveland, and just barely went on the over for that line. So there is that chance. That is why I do feel it is a little bit safer to go on the points plus assist tab. But either way, I do believe that he does have a pretty solid scoring night against Miami. So that is why I'm taking the over on 40.5 points plus assists. RotoWire is definitely loving this line for the over. And for those of you that have checked out the RotoWire picks app, you would know how detailed it is and how accurate the picks are at hitting. We just searched up LaMelo Ball and we saw all of the odds and all of the apps that they have LaMelo Ball lines up on. So we can see all the predictions. We can see the hit rate, the RotoWire predictions, the sportsbooks predictions. But this isn't even my favorite feature of the app. My overall favorite feature is definitely the lines projection or the lines movement tab. As you can see, a lot of people may use this tool or this feature of the tool to just use the trend strategy. And if you guys aren't familiar with the trend strategy, it is a strategy that you guys can use to basically just tell whether a line is going to go on the over or under. Is definitely very valuable because take for example what just happened today when Giannis was announced as being out. Damian Lillard's lines went up just by a little bit, and that just tells how the sports books feel about a certain line. If they are bumping lines, that they are most definitely scared of those lines going on the over way too easily. If they're lowering your lines, then that means they feel the opposite. So either way, if you guys have access to a tool like this, you will be able to have a solid line trend strategy and win some solid money, because a lot of the top tier sports bettors use the line trend strategy, and this is definitely one of the best tools to use for that strategy. So if you guys want access to this, go ahead and click the RotoWire Picks app, click the link in the description below, and go ahead and check them out. That will be all for today's video. I will be dropping some bonus plays on my Instagram at PickPlugYT. If you guys want the bonus pick, down in the pinned comment below, go ahead and smash that like button and get this video to 550 likes for that bonus pick. But like I said, you're definitely going to want to check out my Instagram if you guys do want access to my best and personal plays. But that will be all for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.